Hey everybody, welcome to PixelHangover.com. Today we have a little bit of Sleeping Dogs action. So this is a game that kind of has a crazy development history. It was actually a true crimes game that was canceled by Activision, picked up by Square Enix, and they went ahead and published it. So underneath the Sleeping Dogs name. So what we're doing here is I cut out all the cinematics, so because we would have basically seen about 15 minutes of cinematics, so I didn't want to do that. So here we go. Right after something, a deal goes bad, you've got to run, and they're teaching you how to quickly jump over things and maneuver through the environment. Excuse me. There, it works really well. It's actually pretty smooth, and it's got some cool context-sensitive things. You got some crowd maneuverability there, kind of a la, Assassin's Creed. So yeah, this game it's good at slowing down when it needs to for some movie type views, but very cool. I mean, this game kind of surprised me. Today we are actually rocking it on the PS3, which everything I've been reading is by far the worst port or version of this game. But I can definitely see where the graphics are or visuals are definitely not up to par with, and it's not going to be with the PC, but I haven't really run into any issues yet, so I don't know, I'm not directly comparing it to the 360 version, so I don't know, but I'm having fun with it, so in case you were wondering. So that's the opening sequence after the opening cutscene, so I'm just going to show gameplay. So this game is brutal. I mean, that's probably another reason why I cut out that beginning, because there's a couple things that happen there, so you know, a lot of pop-in. You see a lot of fuzzy pop-in in the game. So, but pop-in never really bugs me too much. I realize we're playing on 6-7-year-old consoles, and if you don't want pop-in, there's PCs, and normally you're gonna get a far superior visual experience on a PC. But I'm a kind of a controller on the couch kind of guy, so that's that. So we're about to show some actual combat here. Because this guy just been dissing this guy. At least that's what I've garnered from the very small subtitles there. So it's all about combos, it seems. I'm trying to hit these things just right, and they teach you some pretty cool moves as you move throughout this part and actually the next fight. It reminds me a little bit of Arkham Asylum, and you'll see what I mean. Like when you get to the point where you're knocking off the last guy, it goes to a slow-mo kind of thing. And it's the first thing that popped in my mind was Arkham City. So there's a nice flow to it. They teach you after this one the counter, which obviously is a big part of Arkham City. So that's where I think they take a lot of the combat cues from, if you ask me. So it controls great. I had no problem with it. I had a lot of fun, and actually feel like quite the badass, which is always important in a game that's like this. And
yeah, all right, come the fuck on.
So here we go. So here's a grapple. This was kind of interesting. I like this move. You can grab people, and right there, just pound them. But then as I continue to use it, and they kind of force me to, they show you can actually push people around the room, and that's kind of key because it seems throughout the game that was kind of cool, just kind of a freaking wrestling move. There's a bunch of things you can do, so the moves kind of start to pile up and get to be quite the dynamic fight. So obviously they're trying to teach me to do these kind of moves, but there's a lot of context-sensitive things around every environment when you do that move that you can slam them into, and it's kind of a cool thing. Like right here at the end, you'll see what I mean. It'll flash red, and basically that means, hey, go ahead and take someone into this right here, and I do it a number of times throughout this video. Yeah, this game kind of came out of nowhere for me. It's actually, like I said, a former True Crimes game, and I remember playing the last True Crimes. I had a lot of fun with it, but this one definitely feels different. This one feels a little more polished, much more there we go. See, then I was like, oh, okay, let me pull you back this way, and then we see what this does. Boom! This is brutal. Oh, unnecessary, but in a way necessary. Skipped a little bit more cinematic there, and then we're outside, I guess, their little what you are is, I should go over this. You're an undercover cop, and that's where basically the premise comes from. So you've infiltrated. You're part of the crew. You're part of the the group here. And right here, I think this is it says here survive the hazing. So this is all just hazing. I don't think you can actually kill any of these guys, but these are teaching counters. That's what this is all about. So as they glow red on the PS3, you're hitting triangle, probably Y on the 360, and probably any one of your godly little keyboard buttons to do that on the PC. Seems like it's very sensitive as far as depending on where they attack you from is what you're going to do, and I assume that you can level that up. And I know that you can. It's not part of this video, but you can go and change clothes and this and that. You can buy stuff, and in a minute here we're going to walk through a market, and you get to extort people, which is if any game with extortion is just normally top tier quality, if you ask me. Little bit of I left a little bit in here so you can see the quality of the cinematics or cutscenes, and they're decent. Voice acting seems really, that's one thing that surprised me. I mean, as you're doing credits at the beginning, you got Emma Stone and Lucy Liu. There's quite the cast of actual actors in this game. So here we are. This is the actual market. You get to walk a little while and talk and see how much is going on. It seems like it might be a little bit of an open world type thing. I'm just an hour in or so, and it's kind of really controlled at the beginning, but it's got the makings of that kind of thing. See that right there? That reminds me so much of Assassin's Creed. So I think they're borrowing from a number of different games. This little if you run into anybody, your body actually reacts to it. And I think that's kind of cool. Gives it a little sense of realism, even though last time I walked down the street, I didn't exactly have to sidestep 400 people, and most people get out of the way, but that's fine. Markers are obvious. There's this one shows you how a real extortion should go here. Go ahead and walk around the corner. I think I was a little lost. There we go. Just checking things out. So.
Hey, little brother, we work for Winston.
I understand. How can I help?
See, this guy's real cooperative. Has no problem paying the fee to gain the protection. I guess Winston is the other. I think that's the name of Winston is the other guy that's trying to lay claim. I run here because normally most people are going to walk, but I knew I was recording this video, and I wanted to show as much as I possibly could. So, lots of little. The one complaint I have is that things pop up as you're walking, and they pop up so quick that I have to go back and say, what does that say? And they're hard to read. They're very small. So that's a minor complaint.
I'm not afraid, you guys.
This guy's not afraid of us, and so he's a little thug. Right there, see that context? Boom, and I missed. So I was like, all right, well, go ahead and get up, and I want to take care of this. So you go ahead and get up. Here we go. Circle. Boom, right into it. That's so impressive that he's like, hey, here's my money, man. You're obviously pretty badass. Phone booth was just sitting there, and you used it. All right, so it seems like everything you do gets you little points, add-ons, all this kind of stuff. So I was like, all right, well, what do you got here? What are you selling here? Oh, looks like some energy. I was like, all right, I'll pay you $30. $30 for a freaking energy drink? So here we go. Paid $30 for some kind of a drink that actually increases my my power, my damage, I should say.
We work for Winston. We need to discuss business.
So as you can see, we went from kind of a quick time or running, interactive, fast-paced, scene to begin the game, then a couple of pretty dynamic fighting scenes that are like Arkham City, and then we go into this where it's kind of real interactive. This is a cool move. Right on the recycle box. And this shows where you have to actually counter them to get them to get hurt, because they're guarding themselves. So the only way to get them is to counter. As you see, I mean, I like how the camera kind of floats around. It actually feels good. The fights feel real good. And then you move. I was trying to do the lock on there, and I wasn't locking on anything. So I think because he was engaged and there was no enemies left. That's what I believe. So I'm sticking to it.
So did you have a message for Winston?
He's obviously better
And obviously, you're better than Dog Eyes. Okay, so Dog Eyes is the other guy that's trying to. Maybe Winston is who you're fighting for here.
We're almost done, but
I recorded this late. You know, give me a break.
hey, look at that guy. He's beating up that old man. That ain't gonna fly on our turf.
See, it says that you regain some of your health when you're outside of a fight, and then the rest of it you got to buy stuff. So there seems to be, you know, a big focus on currency and to supply yourself and so forth. So here we go. Here's someone that we protect normally. That he pays to be. We extort him, and in return, we provide him. I've seen this move before. We provide him service. You know, this kind of thing right here. So we're gonna take care of our buddy. Yeah, so if you're, I think that if you're into the Assassin's Creed, and Assassin's Creed kinda, the definitely Arkham City type combat and those type of games, this is right up your alley, and I would highly suggest giving it a shot. I'm really enjoying it so far. This has been a week of two very good games with this and Darksiders 2 coming out the same day, so definitely deserves a look if you are in the. I picked up something here. It's like a big old purse. I'm gonna go beat someone down with it. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, so we're down to the last 20 seconds. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope this actually interests you in the game. It's well worth it. It's called Sleeping Dogs from Square Enix, PS3, 360, and the Master Race PC, of course. And thanks for checking things out. PixelHangover.com.
Winston will make sure you don't have trouble with gangsters.
That sounds very reasonable.